What's up guys, Chris here with Strength and Steel Reviews. Today we're talking adjustable kettlebells, specifically two of the biggest names in the market, the Yes4All Adjustable Kettlebell and the Bowflex SelectTech 840 Adjustable Kettlebell. Now Bowflex 840s have long been marketed as the adjustable kettlebell, but let's be clear, it's not the only one. This Yes4All Adjustable Kettlebell has quietly built a reputation of its own as a tougher, more budget-friendly alternative. And so today we answer a simple question: do these Bowflex 840s still justify that higher price tag, or does this Yes4All adjustable kettlebell deliver enough value to officially become the smarter purchase? Let's find out. Okay, so like I've said, I've owned a pair of these Bowflex 840s for years. And make no mistake, I have enjoyed them. Rather than buying a dozen cast iron single kettlebells and having them post up in spiderweb somewhere dark in my garage, I just have these two. But after seeing this wave of innovation that has reshaped the adjustable dumbbell market, I started to wonder if adjustable kettlebells were going to be evolving in the same way. So I set out on a quest to find out. And that journey begins here. That said, if you have any other adjustable kettlebells you'd like to see duke it out in another review, let me know in the comments. Also, if you're interested in either kettlebell, at the end of this video, support the channel and check out the links in the description. Okay, let's get the price out of the way, since this is, after all, a budget versus premium kettlebell showdown, and context matters. So the Bowflex 840 typically runs between $150 and $180, though you can occasionally snag it for less during sales. You are paying a premium here, mostly for this quick adjustment dial system, and let's be honest, the Bowflex name does carry weight. With thousands of positive reviews, this has been the go-to adjustable kettlebell for years. But make no mistake, part of that higher price tag comes down to convenience, not necessarily raw durability. Trust me, I know, I've dropped these things a few times. On the other hand, the Yes4All adjustable kettlebell comes in closer to $105, making it significantly cheaper than Bowflex's 840s. And instead of a dial, Yes4All actually uses a simple cast iron plate system. Adjustments are slower, for sure, but the trade-off is a kettlebell that feels tougher and more traditional, which a lot of people really do appreciate. Anyway, more on all that soon. All right, I guess first we should discuss the build quality. So the Bowflex 840s look sharp on the outside. They have a nice, sleek, modern design wrapped in a polycarbonate shell. But here's the catch: Bowflex literally prints "do not drop" on the top. And I think, yeah, that probably tells you everything that you need to know. And it shouldn't be surprising. Polycarbonate is essentially a composite plastic. Now, traditional kettlebells are built to take a beating. You clang them, you drop them, they're basically indestructible chunks of iron. I've even tossed my Bells of Steel adjustable kettlebell from a roof, no problems. The Bowflex 840s are not that. You treat them more like your iPhone. Every time I drop mine, even accidentally, I wince, because you know you're rolling the dice with the complex mechanisms that are located within the shell that power this quick adjustment system that they have. Now flip the script and look at this Yes4All adjustable kettlebell. This feels more like a traditional kettlebell because, for the most part, it is. The body and plates are cast iron, only the adjustment mechanism itself on the top is made of plastic. Overall, they're heavy duty, they're textured, and they're topped with a wide handle that is more of a traditional kettlebell grip. And these, drop them all day, you're gonna be just fine. That said, the Yes4All adjustable kettlebell is far from perfect. The weak link is indeed that same mechanism at the top, which is again made of plastic. For me, nothing has happened yet, but when there's a plastic component, I am always wary. But overall, when it comes to sheer toughness, the Yes4All adjustable kettlebell is in another league when compared to the Bowflex. If durability is a priority, Yes4All wins this round for sure. All right, next, let's discuss weight range and adjustability. The Yes4All adjustable kettlebell relies on straightforward, rugged simplicity. Cast iron plates stacked inside a solid shell that weighs about 7.8 pounds on its own. Your working weights, which are all individual plates, add up to create a max potential weight of 40 pounds. To adjust the weight, you flip this plastic mechanism on top from lock to unlock, slide the plates into the shell, and lock it back in. It is not the smoothest system in the world. It takes about 20 to 30 seconds to do, which, yes, does feel slow when you compare it to Bowflex's quick dial design, which we will discuss in a moment. But here's the thing, that rugged simplicity is exactly why the Yes4All adjustable kettlebell is so durable. There's nothing fancy here, just a very simple everything that works. And then there's Bowflex's adjustment system. And I'll be honest, I love the quick adjust dial system here. You simply twist the dial, you lift the kettlebell, and you're instantly at your chosen weight, which can be either 8 pounds, 12 pounds, 20 pounds, 25, 35, and 40 pounds max. Same max weight as the Yes4All Adjustable Kettlebell. But the convenience of this dial system is huge when you're bouncing between sets. I'm a big fan of anything like this, but there is a trade-off, and I mentioned it briefly before. This sleek mechanism that powers the quick adjustment system for the 840s lives within this plastic shell, and with complexity comes risk of malfunction. More parts means more things that can go wrong. Now, I will say I have not had an issue thus far, not in my 5 years of owning both of these kettlebells, but that doesn't mean I don't fear the possibility of it actually happening. But to me, viewing the adjustment system separately and objectively from the build quality, Bowflex wins here, so long as you handle the kettlebell with care. Okay, next let's discuss the handles and overall the training field, because this is where the difference between both kettlebells to me becomes really obvious. The Yes4All Adjustable Kettlebell feels like a kettlebell should. The handle is wide, it's textured, and it has the thickness that you'd expect from a real cast iron kettlebell. The grip feels secure, and the geometry works really well, especially for something like front squats because of these V-shaped handles which let the kettlebell rest very naturally in the palms. It feels substantial, again, rugged, traditional. It's nice, and it's meant to be abused in the way that kettlebells have always meant to be abused. The Bowflex 840s, on the other hand, are a very different experience. The handle is thinner and it's slicker, with a more ergonomic shape, seeking comfort first and foremost as a priority. That means for the average person it's going to be more comfortable. But if you're used to that heft and the feel of cast iron, it is going to feel like more of a compromise. The grip is narrower, and it always comes across as something more designed for beginners or more casual users, those who value comfort over authenticity. I don't think hardcore kettlebell lovers will really enjoy the 840s as much. They just don't deliver that same raw, unpolished training feel. So when it comes to training experience, the difference is night and day here. The Yes4All is a traditionalist kettlebell. It's built tough and it's ready for anything. The Bowflex 840 adjustable kettlebell feels like an imitation. Fine for most people, but clearly built with convenience and more casual training in mind rather than durability or authenticity. Okay, so which one should you buy? Well, if you want speed, simplicity, and don't mind paying a premium for convenience, the Bowflex 840 still does its job really well. The quick adjust dial is genuinely awesome. I love it, and if you're more of a casual kettlebell user who's just looking to add some basic presses, swings, or a little conditioning work to your training, it's going to feel smooth and easy to live with. But just remember, it is wrapped in that composite plastic shell. It's not designed to be dropped or thrown around, and I think long-term durability is always going to be a question mark here. On the other hand, if you're more of a traditionalist, someone who values toughness, authenticity, and that classic cast iron kettlebell feel, this Yes4All adjustable kettlebell is the better pick. It is slower to adjust, for sure, but it is rugged, it's reliable, and yes, again, way closer to a traditional kettlebell. And at around $100, it is also cheaper than the Bowflex 840s by a significant margin. For me, the line is pretty clear. The Bowflex caters more to beginners and, again, casual lifters who prize convenience, while the Yes4All adjustable kettlebell caters to home gym owners who want durability, a better price, and don't mind expending a little extra effort when swapping out plates. Both will get the job done. It just depends on what you value more. At the end of the day, it really is convenience versus toughness, premium versus budget. And the good news, neither is a bad choice. You decide what works for you. And that's it for today, everyone. Again, let me know if there are any other showdowns you'd like to see, and I will do my best to make them happen. Otherwise, if you like this video, subscribe, all the things that YouTubers say. And you guys take care, stay strong, and stay steely, and I'll catch you in the next one.